Yeah, so Marilyn, from what it sounds like, you have had quite a rough time with your new area with just trying to get people to be interested in buying your product. And I can understand and totally relate. And so I know you came here asking just for some advice, and one of the things I thought was just an experience that I had with a similar situation actually, where an organization I worked with a little bit ago had sent me to a new area where the former representatives were not very diligent and they were kind of rude and very pushy when trying to sell their product. And they would argue with the customers and so it just didn't come off very well. And so when I would go door to door, try and talk to people or see people on the streets and try to sell my product, I often got very negative responses where they're yelling at me or they're frustrated with a past conversation they had with some of our representatives, and so now they're trying to resolve it with me. And I found this to be quite a problem. And so what I ended up doing is I started to, anytime I came to someone who was very aggressive towards me, I ended up just asking, like, okay, so I know you had bad experiences in the past, and I tried to sympathize with them and understand where they were coming from because they did have a rough
Mm.
experience, just like your customers there have. And so you just sympathize with them, try to understand where they're coming from, show them that you care. And so one of the things that I did is I would just ask, so what changes would you like to see made in order for us to have a good relationship again, or things along that line, where you're just trying to resolve those concerns. And I found that when I did that, people were still very hesitant to do business with me and things of that nature. But they did start to see like, oh, okay, he actually is interested in changing and trying to help. And I started to see some more sales because of that. And so that brings me to my next point. Once you do start making these sales, because you will, once you're shown like you're different than those other representatives and you're there working hard trying to help them, and they really feel like they have a relationship with you, then you'll start to see those sales. But when that does happen, you want to make sure you're following up with them. So you had said in your experience that some of those customers of the other representatives never really heard back from them about, no, there was no follow up there. And so as long as you're willing to, when you're in the neighborhood, just drop by and ask, hey, how are you enjoying that product? Is it working okay for you? And figure out how things are going. They'll see that you really do care and that you're going to offer great customer service. You're really trying to help them the best that you can. And so you want to make sure that you're doing that. Another thing you could do is you could send thank you cards, just telling them, thanks for giving us another chance. I know that we'll help you out and we'll do the best we can to redeem ourselves and just things of that nature. Show them that though the situation was bad in the past, that now you are a different representative. You're going to give them a quality customer service and that they can trust that you're going to be there to help them out. And really just following up and making sure that their needs are met and things of that nature are going to be what causes that. I have also found that it's not bad to be personable. You can ask them about how their son's baseball game was. Don't make it all just business. Try to get to know them and really develop that relationship so that they're coming to you not only because you offer a great product, but because they love the customer service you're offering. But yeah, so that is really the experiences I've had and what's helped me. And so, do you have any questions about that, or does that all sound pretty good?
No, sounds pretty good.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm excited to hear back from you. One thing I can do is I'll just give you a call after a week or so just to see how everything's going, and you can just let me know. And if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.